I'm Dallas, and I'm married to Matt.
I'm Matt, and I'm married to Cassie.
I'm Cassie, and I'm married to Matt.
And I'm also married to Dallas.
I'm also married to Cassie.
I'm also married to Dallas. And we're both married to Matt.
Oh yeah, you didn't think I'd be coming back here, did you? Yep, still here. Still late to everything, still getting away with it.
Yep. Back at it. Back at it. Smoking Scotty, this shit starting to hit like it's crack in it. The book got the bucket, sleeping, talk like a crack at it.
So Mushoku Tensei Season 2, done in its completion, in its full entirety, just wrapped up. When did it, oh shit. Oh, I'm kinda getting faster with these. One of the reasons this video took so long is simply because I spent 50 minutes glazing the berry. Completely worth it, so I'm not even mad. But it's not about you guys today. My sweet, sweet, beautiful prince. It's not about you today.
I know you're probably like, where the fuck is it? But it's coming. It's gonna be here any second.
Today, we're here to talk about the ending to the second season of one of my favorite fantasy animated shows to date. If you watch my last video on the show, I wasn't too giddy about the start to the new season. The show sort of became a slice of life version of itself, and I'm not gonna lie, I started falling asleep. I fucking love so many things about this absurdist fantasy drama. I loved that the author decided to make an arc that was so masculine and so personal to a guy like erectile dysfunction. This crazy ass dude made that into a story arc for his show. Who is really doing it like him?
The problem was me. My body was raising one hell of a red flag. Or to be more precise, it wasn't raising anything at all. It was completely unresponsive.
Oh, come on. I'm a genius. I'm a fucking genius. Like,
our main lead just started getting used to finally being attractive enough to get some coochie, and the first thing that happens to him is getting ghosted by the girl that took his V-card.
that's rough, buddy.
It's like the fantasy aspect of Mushoku Tensei most times are not comes second to the personal drama between the characters. And you guys should know this about me by now. That's what I'm looking for. So yeah, they kinda made me eat my words for the second half of the season. I still don't like that there's an opening now. I don't really like that. I like what they do with the visuals in this one, but it can't just be me when I say I truly miss when the show used to just bring you into the world with landscape visuals and the OST.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
That was season 1's aura. Its mystique. That is what made it feel different compared to any other show coming out at the time in its genre. Like I said in my last video, I never thought that this would be the show where they would need a My Hero Academia fighting at nothing montage to fill up space in the opening. -10 sauce for that. You guys are better than that. Now getting into the second half of the season, I did really enjoy seeing Rudy and Sophie as a happy couple finally at the start of the season, which only makes me more upset though on how the author brought her back into the narrative, because I'm not gonna lie, they kinda cute for real. And since when does the childhood friend ever win? Never mind, I don't even know why I said that. I have to say though, the more I review these shows that have a light novel as a source material, the more I fucking hate it. My biggest pet peeve when it comes to critiquing or just talking about media we love in general is the actually motherfuckers. And oh my god, was there so many actually motherfuckers in my comments on my last video on this show. Good god. I try my best to not come off as a pretentious dickhead when I talk about things I'm very passionate about, but I just love and hate how light novel fans will bombard you with paragraphs on paragraphs of info on things that you missed on your first watch of an anime adaptation.
I'll tell you where you're wrong about your ice guy take. Most of what you said is right, except that there is something wrong with it. One tiny problem. It's not that Ice Guy stories don't care about the story. No, it's most Ice Guy stories don't care about the story, which is a small yet large difference, comma. Here's a list of some Ice Guy stories that care about the story. Mushoku Tensei Re Zero Ascendance of a Bookworm. Bokura no Kaseki doesn't really feel like an Ice Guy, but it technically is. Maramashi.
I know some of these words.
It was like this with Classroom of the Elite. And now here we are with Mushoku Tensei. Light novel readers aside though, there are a lot of things to love about this half of season 2 that really have nothing to do with any magic, witches, or dysfunctions. Everything I feel most people love about season 2 and Mushoku Tensei in general is right here in the drama, the spice. That's where the good shit is. That's what we are here for. And since this season is so cut and dry, we can really do the thing that I did last time and just go through it all bit by bit in order because... Wait, no fucking way.
Oh God, no.
He did not just do what I think he just did. Oh, good lord. Oh, bro, what the... I just sat down! Rudy! I just sat down! It's legit just like, is Rudy getting better? Is he actually becoming a better person?
I'm really not sure.
I truly can't tell you when he starts pulling out these serial killer Joe Goldberg habits. Keeping the bloodstained bedsheet piece to the woman that you just took the virginity from is some crazy work, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not sure if that was info I really needed to see. Like, that's actually some serial killer shit. You guys don't know how taken aback I was by this information that they presented to me. The author really just keeps letting you know that Rudy's old habits don't die. Good God, man.
I wonder if this is what'll cure the old you-know-what. No. They're nice, but I still don't feel anything. Not even a peep from the little guy. Guess I can't count on the gray rat predilections too much. Ah, well.
Nigga, what the fuck?
Because I get how most people who get recommended this show say that they can't stomach it. They can't stomach Rudy the 69 God.
Freaky ass nigga.
I get it. I truly do. Why should someone give a damn about Rudeus? I'd argue most times you shouldn't care about this dude. He is not well. Why does the author want us to care about this character's struggle? Just for him to get slightly better with an asterisk. Take Thorfinn from Vinland Saga. His story is one of the more inspiring ones to see unfold ever. It's a show that you can literally take something away from and become a better man from it. The characters in this show, Thorfinn especially, is that impactful. Real life lesson shit. That's why we love Thorfinn. But unfortunately, I don't think we have too many Thorfinns in the world. But Rudeus is real. And that makes people uncomfortable. Kinda nasty. Kinda disgusting. Kinda a master manipulator and habitual liar too. He's an asshole. He's selfish to hell. Rudeus truly shouldn't get much sympathy for some of his actions throughout the course of the entire show up until now. He's an asshole. He's selfish to hell and he's a creep. His journey is really an interesting one to me, just to see how it'll all play out. He's an extreme version of hikikomori's and otaku culture in Japan, and when you think of these words and what they mean, I imagine someone like Rudeus pops in your head. And yeah, man, even this type of person needs representation in a good ass story, because yeah, this is what makes Rudy so fucking interesting. Mushoku Tensei makes people uncomfortable because it shows the darker sides of real life you don't really like seeing. You want to hide from it because it's not fiction anymore that you can escape into. Instead, it's a whole ass mirror right up in your face. There are things he does I cannot defend, and I will never try defending, and that's what makes him fascinating to me. What can I say? I like learning about morally fucked up people.
I'm telling you, as a human being, it is weird, and you look weird, okay?
Rudeus' journey is about figuring out if a person like this truly can change themselves, even if it takes an entirely new lifetime. They are truly so damn lucky that seeing Rudeus and Sophie being a cute little domesticated couple is actually cute. I like how Rudy just buys a whole mansion for $3.99 on sale.
Why do we need such a huge bed?
You really have to ask?
Freaky ass nigga, he the 69 god.
And before all the light novel readers come crying, I already know that they cut Rudy hiring people to help him refurbish the house, because it's pretty damn jarring to think that bro just has a cleaning spell or something. So yeah, didn't really like that being cut out. But it's like, it's not a big deal. You'll get over it. I'm fine with things getting glossed over for the sake of time management, because it isn't vital information to the story, especially when adapting something as in-depth as Mushoku Tensei with its source material. But I'm not fine when they cut things I feel should be very vital to the story. And wow, okay, we're already at the wedding episode. Goddamn, y'all are moving kind of fast this season. I'm gonna need you to slow it down. I always thought it was kind of funny how Nanahoshi is spending all her time stressing about how to get home. She asks Rudeus for help, but he's too busy trying to smash every magical creature in sight. It's like, bro, help her.
Why are you fucking with me? Why are you fucking with me? Huh? Get the fuck back to work! Move! Oh shit. Everybody! Fucking idiots!
She does not want to be here. Another big thing that happened this season was the reveal of Ellen Elise as Sophie's grandma, which completely caught me off guard, because who would even guess something like that?
Oh, Rudeus! Welcome back. Morning, Elise. I see you're active bright and early. Active? I don't know what you mean by that. It is pretty cold today, though, so try not to catch a chill.
Honey, you need your grandma card snatched back. You're not a grandma.
It's like they're asking me to think racist thoughts like, wait, maybe all elves do look the same. I honestly just thought that she cried at the reception because the thought of never being able to truly have a partner to love because of her curse hit her like a ton of bricks. Like, this character actually becomes really sad when you put some thought to it. The fact that she thinks so little of herself on the inside while hiding through a slutty demeanor is actually compelling as fuck. The show never framed Ellen Elise as a tragic figure until now.
I'll be back. I'm going out for a bit. Where are you going? A little man-hunting. Please don't bother waiting up for me. Sure, alright.
Because I'm actually really starting to feel bad for her. She gets a lot of screen time this season, and it really made me appreciate her a whole lot more, because in season 1 I honestly just thought she'd be a character the author would just throw away. But instead he gave her depth to what I perceived to be at first just a dumb horny gag.
It's not every day that a strong, beautiful adventurer like me gets to melt helplessly into the arms of thugs like them. Ugh, just thinking about it is almost enough to get me pregnant.
I don't need to know that.
Well, I'm a whore.
I kinda even like, who the fuck? This guy, Cliff. I deadass forgot his name. Imagine this girl you fell in love with becomes your girlfriend, and is revealed she has multiple kids across the world. Multiple grandkids probably, and your response to that is,
I'm smashing. And I'm not pulling out.
And you know what? I kinda agree with him. That is kinda hot.
So you didn't feel disillusioned after finding out who she really was?
Disillusioned? Of course not. Why would you even think that? As my faith teaches, no matter her circumstances, whether our ideals clash, I have a duty to make the woman who loves me as happy as she can be. Because I've fallen in love with her as well.
This nigga's spitting right now.
She didn't want her kids or kids to have their blessings blocked because their grandma has to get plowed every day by random people to live. I understand her. I understand her plight here. I mean, wanting to lift her curse in general is noble as hell. This is something not many guys would obviously do for her, clearly. And hey, if he ends up lifting her curse, my man gets a baddie for a wife who is completely indebted to him. Bro is playing chess, not checkers. I gotta respect it. Magonote Sensei, I apologize yet again. I was never that familiar with your game. The show also still looks fantastic. I still feel like it's less fluid compared to season 1, either due to the time in between seasons and their need to put season 2 out faster, but it doesn't look bad. I'm not about to nitpick this part of the show, especially when we got cool shit like this.
Begin!
You got lucky!
Stupid, I'm not gonna let you get the chance.
We're done.
I think Nanahoshi is still probably the most interesting character they introduced in season 2 still for me, simply due by how she contrasts Rudeus. It's so weird seeing Rudy be so selfish and nonchalant to her feelings about being trapped here, simply because he has nothing to go back to. It's like they both come from Japan, but only one of them isn't okay with living here permanently in this world of fantasy bullshit. Rudy is not taking the time to get to know this person who basically had the same phenomenon happen to her. Speaks volume to how he thinks. Like, it makes you think that maybe if he did care a little more, he could have helped her earlier instead of later, before she starts considering unaliving herself, because he could have related to her on a level that nobody else would ever understand. This man has been a headache all season. Jesus Christ. Well, at least Rudeus is back this season. And I'm not gonna lie, Rudy's talk with Rudeus made me realize how long it's been since we've seen Eris. Rudy went through a whole time skip depression arc, got accepted into Hogwarts, bought a slave, bought a house, got married, and he is still salty about what this girl put him through mentally. And frankly, shit, I'd feel the same way. I'm not gonna lie. I'm genuinely so curious about what the first conversation will be like once the author finally decides to bring her redhead ass back into the story. This second half of the season, now that you can see it in full, is basically split into 3 halves really. You got the Rudy and Sylphie domestic life, then you got Rudy bonding with his sisters, and then you got the mommy retrieval arc. I really enjoyed seeing Rudy wanting Aisha and Norn to choose whether or not they wanted to go to school, basically being a reflection of himself, not wanting them to turn out like shut-ins like him, and you know, not wanting his little sister for her dream job to just be a fucking maid her whole life. And you know what? This has been bugging me. This is weird. Why have they indulged this girl to wear this maid outfit her entire life?
Are you being nicer to her because my mom was just a concubine?
A Who told you that, Aisha?
My mom told me, and Norn's grandma did too.
What? No wonder she feels like she's not part of the family. She's been dressing as a house servant since she was 5. Like, I appreciate the woman that just like taking care of house and home, but does your little sister really need to scrub your back, bro? Look! And it's not just Aisha. How were these girls raised? Why is Norn an introverted wreck? And why is Aisha being told by her mom that she was born because their dad is a 69 god?
Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 god.
Which makes it even sadder to find out the reason she chooses to excel at everything she does is so she doesn't feel like a bastard in the family, and people will actually acknowledge her. It is cool though seeing Rudeus being put in a situation where he has to help his sister not turn out like himself. It's just a cool ass full circle moment you didn't really expect to see. I honestly got kind of giddy when he barged into her classroom looking for bullies.
As I suspect you may have already noticed, one of your classmates has stopped showing up. But what you may not know, that girl is my little sister Norn.
Who was it? Who's bullying her? Was it you? Or you? Or you?
Did something come to mind, ma'am?
Yes, one thing. I was returning a homework assignment that she had done a bit poorly on.
And so as punishment, you stripped her naked in the faculty office, is that it?
What? No!
It's so in character for him to do that due to his trauma. This is honestly such an underlining sweet moment, and it reminds me of that scene from The Glory. Fuck, I don't know why I just said that.
You're consistent. Consistently a liar.
Like, at this point in the season, I didn't really care what the big turning point episode was. Episode 17 to me might be my favorite episode of the show probably. The latter half of the season really spends a lot of time dealing with Rudy's psyche about his parents, his old brothers, and things he wish he could have done differently if he had a chance. And that shit really hits. You end up understanding why Norn didn't like Rudy at first. Because of all the time skips, you don't really get to see her full perspective. But when it's put at face value, you basically get the gist.
Are you related to Rudeus Grey Rat by chance? I am. The Rudeus?
He's the strongest guy in the school.
That is so cool!
What was it like growing up with him? Like, does he teach you magic and stuff?
Oh, I bet so. You must be some kind of magical genius yourself.
Your name is...
Norn Grey Rat. Excuse me? Hey, you're Rudeus's little sister, aren't you? I am. My name is Norn.
Oh, perfect. We've been looking all over for you because he helped us learn some magic a little while back. Would you tell him we said thanks again?
Bro, stop dick riding, bro. That's all you literally talk about.
It's naive, but you understand her. I've never seen a scene of people glazing someone so hard it made them physically sick to their stomach, but this isn't the first time this show surprised me. A major part of season 2's themes for me is really just feels like Rudeus is just going through his hangups. His erectile dysfunction, Sophie, his sister, his feelings for his parents, Roxy. Turning point 3, just being about Rudy becoming a father, is dope as fuck. Yeah, it made me happy. It made me smile, I'm not gonna lie.
Thank you. I love you.
What? Why are you thanking me?
Sorry, I don't know. I can't find the words.
Rudy, you wanted kids pretty badly, didn't you? Big brother.
Freaky ass nigga.
Having him make the selfish decision to choose between the family he created or going to save the family that made him, with both of them having consequences in the end, is a dope ass premise for one of these special episodes that Mushoku Tensei is known for. My only worry now is that I really just hope that they don't turn Sophie into a stay-at-home mom slash baby maker, because that'd be kinda lame. I talk about this all the time in my videos, how cool it is for a woman to find passion in their lives by just being a parent. Like legit, you can go through my catalog of videos, I talk about this all the time. But I don't know, I kinda just also like women that got other shit going on, you know? Maybe Sophie needs a hobby, I don't know. You wanna get to the juicy stuff? Let's get to the juicy stuff. The mommy retrieval arc is kind of a breath of fresh air for this season. After having a large part of the season feel slower with a lot of slice of life antics and less fantasy world exploration compared to season 1, getting back to the adventure aspect of the show really changed up the pace and made it exciting again. Also, have I mentioned that we find out this season that Rudeus is 16 canonically in this world now. He is attending college, he is a homeowner, he is taking care of 2 teenage girls, and has a wife with a kid on the way. Maybe this isekai shit really isn't that bad. That's pretty wild information. But for this arc, we finally get the reunion between Roxy and Rudeus, and I'll be honest, I was half expecting him to steal the underwear that she just peed in after thinking she was gonna die. Yeah, bro. That's just where my mind goes now with this show. Don't blame me, blame this guy. I mean, he did sniff her month-old, no shower, just pissed in her pants aroma. So yeah, exactly. Exactly what you expect from our hero Rudeus Grey Rat. It's like, I don't know what you want me to say. I'm kinda numb to him now.
I think your hair is real pretty, miss.
That's sweet of you. Someday you'll grow up and find a girl you like, so you should save lines like that for her.
Maybe, but I like you right now, miss.
I see. Well, if you still feel that way 10 years from now, feel free to say that again.
Yeah, you probably could have guessed where this was going, Heike. Kinda jarring. The sexual tension between these two is almost immediate. It's like, yo, keep it in your pants, y'all. Rudeus, your mom is still stuck in a crystal right now, bro. Get your head in the game. Roxy gets one glimpse at adult Rudeus and is immediately splooging. I do like how Roxy, looking at her time she spent with Rudeus as a learning experience for her own maturity, despite already being a grown-ass woman. Like, don't forget, Roxy has always been a freak as well. She has a bunch of insecurities about herself once we meet her. I'm not really surprised that the author went in this direction with this relationship. Motherfuckers be getting wild in isekai worlds. It does not surprise me one bit anymore. I am completely desensitized. Somebody help. And I know the big controversial thing is Rudy flirting with her while having bad bitch. Kinda bad, kinda not good, but like, come on. What were you expecting from this guy? So by the time they flirt, battle, share trauma, smash, Rudy is already proposing to her to start the first ever polyamorous relationship in fantasy anime that I actually don't hate. Roxy and Rudeus' relationship though is probably the messiest I've seen in this show. Her knowing that he was married the whole time and just saying fuck it is pretty wild.
Sorry, I fucked your husband.
Isn't it nice to see this messy ass Love Island bullshit drama represented in our anime now? You love to see it. These two are both at fault here, but it's like, come on. Coming on to someone when they're stricken with grief should warrant some pass, maybe? No, just me? Okay. Like, it's really sad because Sophie has always been portrayed as meek and subservient, that you already know she was never going to be mad at the idea of turning into a poly relationship. She already knew her husband was Zion Williamson. Freaky ass nigga, he has 69 God. The studio was probably short for time, at least that's the excuse I want to give them, but I've been told that Rudeus was refusing to eat and holding himself in his room for days, and I'll be honest to the viewer, it didn't really feel like that. The studio definitely could have showed more of a time lapse, cause it really just felt like this was all just taking place the next day. Like, just imagine your husband goes on a dangerous journey while you're about to have his child, and when he comes back, hey wife one, hey newborn, oh hey my two sisters, dad got fucked up, he got destroyed, he's gone, but hey, meet your new auntie.
Is this nigga serious?
It's like, what do I even say to this, man? This is such a wild conclusion to the season. Oh shit, did I forget to mention that Paul died?
Yes, very sad. Anyway.
So yeah, the whole reason that Roxy even sleeps with Rudeus in the first place is because Paul passes away while they're trying to save Zenith. I still want to know the backstory to how she even got here, but we'll talk about that in season 3, I guess. But I got so whiplashed by this poly bullshit that I completely forgot how we even got here. It's hilarious that even the author writing this, you could simply see through the dialogue that he was like, whoa, I gotta show some decorum, because he was simply letting his male fantasy loose with this one, to the point that he was probably just like, good God, no woman would actually be okay with this. Maybe Roxy shouldn't be completely down with being a homewrecker. I am so happy that Rudeus actually got shit for his behavior this season, because someone really needed to tell this man off. He needs to chill, and he is lucky as hell that Sophie is such a reasonable wife. And say what you will about this whole situation, but I actually really like the dialogue here between Sylvie and Roxy. And ending the season with a full circle scene with the baby being born was just magical. I kind of wish they spent more time on it, you know, to be honest. You know, considering this is a giant moment for Rudeus, the character. Like, just think about it. This guy just became a father. I am going to pray for you, baby girl. I think most viewers will think his reasonings for wanting to marry Roxy were kinda weak, or just feels like admiration. And I'll admit, the progression of their relationship does feel more rushed compared to the slow burn that Sylvie was, because that was built through months on months of them spending time together in school. So look, light novel readers, take a walk with me. This is now your time. Now that season 2 is over, all the other times that I have never asked for your opinions, right now I am humbly requesting your knowledge on this matter. Down below in the comments or DMing me on Instagram, whichever one you want to do, tell me all the big or small vital details that I missed for this half of season 2. Everything that Studio Bind either abbreviated for the anime or just cut all together. Be free, my children. This is now your time to shine. Put that light novel knowledge to use for us grubby ass anime consumers. And shout out Studio Bind too, and all of the Mushoku Tensei team. They did a good ass job this season, adapting what they could from the source material. I've been enjoying my time, I cannot lie. And I was right. Rudeus Grey Rat is still the best and worst part of the show. I knew I was right when I said that they were gonna pick it up for the second half of the season, and they made me eat my words. There were parts I loved, parts I hated, parts I don't even know what to think about, but all in all, Mushoku Tensei still has something interesting to say for an isekai fantasy anime. It has cool and fascinating characters that subvert the genre, some sexy ass fight scenes, some beautiful attention to detail. It's like, look at this, they have blush on the cheeks because it's cold outside. Who's really doing that? And just a whole lot of debauchery. I'm not really here for that, but you know, someone is, and shout out that guy, whoever you are, man. So I know I gave Mushoku Tensei Season 2 originally a 6.5 out of 10 for the first half of the season. Yeah, I was tripping. I can admit, when I jumped the gun, Mushoku Tensei Season 2 is gonna sit right now for me at a cool 8 out of 10. And I heard Season 3 is already announced, so you better believe I will be back. Mushoku Tensei, my favorite polyamorous romance anime.
You know about us Nigerian guys, right?
What about Nigerian guys?
So, we're not really into just one woman.
Oh! Freaky ass nigga, he the 69 god.
Did you tell me this was over? There ain't no use talking it over. Why can you try to tell me sooner? Can you tell me it was over?